rude pickleball players, balcony weed smokers, and bikinis in the strangest of places. On this week's edition of Sunday Sofa Time, we're talking about weird things I saw on my Utopia of the Seas cruise. I'm here on the Utopia. We are just about to sail away from Coco Cay. It was a pretty good day here. It was not, as they say, a perfect day on Coco Cay. We had attack birds, bad weather, and honestly, you guys, right now, somebody on their balcony around me is smoking some really strong weed. I opened the balcony door for just a few seconds and the whole room smells like weed right now. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. I've been making travel videos for over 15 years of popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it's like to be there. I'm also the author of the book, Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. It's available on Amazon now, and if you pick up a copy, you'll be doing me a really big favor. During the week on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, I upload travel vlogs out and about at some travel destination like Coco Cay. Video coming soon. And on the weekend, I sit down and discuss some travel related topic like in this video today. Can you hear that? Sailing away. This is my current view right now. That's the harmony of the seas across from us. Can you see it slowly moving away? Oh, honestly, I can't tell. Are we moving away or are they moving away? Bye-bye. We've been on the ship for 4 nights now, and I've already seen my share of weird and obnoxious people. That's what we're going to talk about now. And the first one I want to talk about happened in the casino. On the first night of the cruise, I was sitting at a slot machine with my friend Jesse, who I'm on the cruise with. We were hitting the buttons, spinning the reels, and all of a sudden next to us, there were 2 young girls, young women. I want to say they weren't even... They probably weren't older than 14 years old, wearing bikinis. It was the evening hours, and not only should young women of this age not be in the casino, they definitely were not 18 years old, but it was just odd to see anybody in a bikini that far down into the ship. I'm assuming that their mom told them, all right, you guys stay in the hot tub if you want. I'm gonna be in the casino when you're done. Come and find me. Because we did see then a woman, probably a little bit younger than me, go over to talk to them and clear something up before they left. But it was like 14-year-old girls in bikinis standing in the edge of the casino. I just thought that was weird. What do you think? The next weird thing I saw is actually something funny, and it also has to do with a bikini. On the pool deck yesterday, I saw a man who had a very hairy chest. Full disclosure, if I didn't shave it, I would also have a very hairy chest. And I don't know if he's trying to embarrass his kids or if he lost a bet, but he had his chest hair shaved in the shape of a bikini top. That's hilarious, dude. If you're out there, good job. I like that. The Utopia of the Seas is the newest cruise ship from Royal Caribbean. It's not the biggest. That title still belongs to the Icon of the Seas. But the Utopia is the newest and the biggest of the Oasis classes of ships, and the Oasis class all have these interior facing balconies that either face into Central Park or the boardwalk. And as I was having breakfast, I was looking down at these balconies and I saw a man come out onto his balcony in his undies, not complaining, and spray his armpits with deodorant. Do I know that men wear underwear? Of course. Do I know that men wear deodorant? They should, but that is one of the things that's so unfortunate about these interior facing balconies is you just have to take into account that anything you do on your balcony is gonna be seen by other people. And I think knowing that, in that case, I personally wouldn't go out on my balcony in my undies to spray my pits, but you do you, dude. At least you didn't let your 14-year-old girls walk through the casino in a bikini. Or maybe they were his daughters, I don't know. I got 4 more things on my list, and if you've watched this far, please make sure you're subscribed. It really helps me out. Press that thumbs up. Wait a second, something exciting has happened that I want to share with you. Please give me 30 seconds to explain. As most of you know, the Very Unofficial Travel Guides is completely funded by me. I'm not sponsored by any cruise line or airline or theme park. All the expenses for this channel come from my budget. And because of that, I'm always looking for new and creative ways to increase the budget, and one has just been presented to me by YouTube itself. So I was finally able to set up a membership page for the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. Many channels have these. It's a great way that you can support the people that you enjoy watching. Below the video, there's a little join button. If you click on that, you can see what the membership levels are called, like Red Sofa Regulars. Come on, you know you're a Red Sofa Regular. And here's the deal, and the part where I sound like a used car salesman. YouTube is offering me
a huge bonus if I can get 100 people to join my page in the next 30 days. I don't know how I ended up on this list, but I'm not complaining because the money that they're offering is enough to pay for a cruise in an ocean view cabin. So if you enjoy watching my videos and you've ever considered helping me out in just a little extra way, please consider joining my channel now. I thank you in advance. It would be a huge help. And now back to the video.
Okay, the next thing is actually a happy, cool thing, and one of two things that happened to me on the pickleball court. While I was waiting in line for pickleball, I met a German family. For those of you who don't know, I live in Germany, I speak German, and I started up a conversation with them. We got into the same small talk that you usually get into when you meet people on a cruise. Where are they from? How long are they on vacation? How many cruises have they been on? Things like that. And I found out that this family, it was a mom, a dad, and their little son who's probably like 8 years old, and they're gonna be gone for 3 weeks. And this cruise is just one small part of their trip. And when I asked the dad, oh, well, what else are you doing on this trip? He explained to me that the dad and the son don't know. Only the mom knows. So she planned the whole 3-week trip here through the USA. They knew that it was beginning in Florida, or they know that it's beginning in Florida and ending in New York City. But what happens for the next 2.5 weeks before then? Only the mom knows. And so at the end of every leg of this trip, the dad and the son get surprised about where they're going next. And I just think that's so cool. I would love to plan a trip like that for somebody, or travel like that with somebody who I knew would appreciate it. And I almost kind of would like to do a trip like that where somebody planned it for me. Somebody who knew me well, knew what I was interested in, and knew what I would like to do. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that? Would you let somebody that you know and loved and who knew you well plan a whole 3-week vacation for you and not tell you anything about it before it began? I think that's kind of cool. The next thing is another instance of me first happening on a cruise. I definitely have noticed a trend over the past few years of people on vacation, be it at resorts, at theme parks, or on cruise ships, sort of a trend of people being a little bit less self-aware, or not even caring about how their actions or words or what they're doing affects everybody else around them, as long as they're happy. And so I went down to watch the parade that happens in the Royal Promenade. This is a popular show that happens once on the cruise. It goes from one end to the other and back. It's kind of like a mix of a show and a parade. And a lot of people on the ship go to watch it. Well, there is a stairway at the end of the Royal Promenade, which, if you are standing or sitting in the right place, you can kind of see down the whole promenade. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. Basically, there was a couple that set up chairs at the end of this stairway, which is basically, in a way, in the second row of where you can stand and watch this. I'm just gonna make a video of it so you can see. So they were sitting here, and as showtime approached, the whole Royal Promenade fills up with people, and they refused to let anybody stand on the stairs in front of them. And I kind of thought, I can understand if you get there early and reserve, and put in the work to get a seat with a great view, but you kind of have to have a little bit of common sense, I guess, to know that if there is a space like this in front of you, people are gonna stand there. That's kind of like the people who sit on the end of a row in the theater and then get mad when they have to stand up and let people into the row. It's like, yeah, if you're on the end, people are gonna get into the row. If you're sitting in the second row, there's gonna be people in front of you. But they were constantly yelling to the people, please move, and getting up and tapping them on the shoulder and saying, I'm sorry, we're sitting here. And I just kind of thought that was unnecessary. Final two things on this list are about people saying things about me and to me. One of them happened during the very short occurrence of me laying in the sun on this cruise. People, it has been so hot. It's August. We cruised to the Bahamas and here to Coco Cay, which is also the Bahamas, isn't it? The sun is so intense. I did not need to lay out very long in the sun to just feel completely baked. But while I was laying on the pool deck I had sort of big baggy shorts on and I wanted to get a little bit of sun on the upper part of my legs. So I pulled them up like this, kind of like this, because you see how white this part of my legs are? I just wanted to get some sun on there. But then it looks like this and not like this. And while I was laying there getting some sun on my very white upper thighs, a group of women came up and took the chairs next to me, and one of them said to the other one,
"What's he doing with his shorts, weirdo?"
and I'm thinking, you're in a bikini. How much of your legs are showing? This is something that I think about a lot, that I don't know, I don't understand. I feel like over the years, acceptable women's swimwear has become smaller and smaller and more revealing. And for some reason, acceptable men's swimwear has become exactly the opposite. I see men come up to the pool deck wearing what I assume they've been wearing, you know, at an excursion or all day long, just like khaki shorts, a t-shirt, and a baseball hat, and they go into the pool with all of that clothing on, and that's like acceptable swimwear for men. But if I pull up my shorts to show the top like 3/4 of my thigh, or God forbid, wear a Speedo style swimsuit, people are gonna say something. I don't get that. I think that's unfortunate. For those of you who don't know, pickleball is sort of a tennis-like sport where 4 people play on each court at a time, and they have 3 courts on this ship, so that means 12 people can be playing pickleball at a time. And I now have played pickleball on several cruise ships, and the way it's always worked on every other cruise ship I've been on is whoever shows up takes the first 12 spaces. You just meet with partners. 2 people play with 2 people, or these 3 people get that one person, and you just make 4 people on that court and 4 people on this court and 4 people on this court. You warm up and then play a game, and then when that game is over, those 4 people leave the court, go to the end of the line, and the next 4 people go onto the court and repeat. So I was part of the next 4 who were supposed to go onto the court. We saw these people finish their game. They were slapping their paddles together. That's what you do in pickleball when the game's over. And the 4 of us went into the sports area and walked over to the court. Well, one of the guys playing didn't want to leave. We were the 4 next people, and he wanted to stay on the court and then just have 3 new people to play with. And it was a little bit confusing at first. We couldn't figure out what was going on. And I said to him, as nice as I could, well, you know, usually we sort of rotate out, and if you look over there, you can see there's quite a few other people waiting, so it would be nice if you've played one game that you go, you know, back to the end of the line and then just wait. There's enough courts, it goes pretty quickly. And the way he reacted was like I was asking something completely ridiculous of him. Oh, okay, you decide. I guess I better fucking pay better attention then, right? He did have a New Jersey accent. I tried to tell him again, you know, look, there's other people waiting. Just, you know, go back and get in line. It goes really quickly. And he's like, nah, it's okay. And he grabbed his bag from the corner, and I think he had his own pickleball too, which of course he took with him, and he stormed across the other course to the exit. He really showed us. Why do people gotta be like that? It's just pickleball. And at any activity like that, if there's people waiting, you don't stay on the court for a second game, right? Those are my stories from this short cruise, but I have made other videos like this on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, but not just videos like that. I mean, I have tons of videos about traveling, including other videos like this one. So like I said, make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more, and there's gonna be a cabin tour, a ship tour, a then and now look at Coco Cay. We're gonna talk about the differences between this ship and the other Oasis class ships, and a lot more, and I'm really looking forward to showing you what this experience was like on this brand new cruise ship. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. See you next week.